I want to say some words on the way we intend to improve Urbact 2, and some words on Urbact 3 quite quickly. We just finished the midterm evaluation of Urbact, which is quite positive, and we are preparing what we call a reprogramming. It means that at midterm of a program, the managing authority of the program is allowed to propose to change some part of the program. And because we have to change money from place to place and so on. Some improvements we propose, the monitoring committee who is going to accept that is within 10 days in Paris. First, we think that what the local support group can produce is very important. And we had many examples in many cities of very fruitful use of the local support group in a way of a local multi-governance. And that is quite interesting. But we also think that it's not enough to tell to people, build a local support group, take a room, sit in the room, and please in 2.5 years come back with a local action plan. It's a bit insufficient, and we think that we should give means for training and capacity building for the people of the local support group. So what we intend is to propose to increase the budget of the networks largely, and to organize training for people of the local support group. And we will organize this training at national level because we have problem with languages. So Romanian people need to be taught in Romanian, and in Spanish, and of course. So we have to organize it. It's quite complex, but we think that more means on the local support group is quite important, and that's what we are going to propose. Second thing is, and I was very interested by the expose on your pilot regeneration action. We think that the support from the Secretariat to the elaboration of the local action plan could be better. And we intend, with the lead expert, with the pool manager, to improve our support to assist the cities in building their local action plan. Because my conviction is that we need excellent local action plan, because if they are excellent, your chances to be financed are, and your chances to be successful in the implementation are, of course, much bigger. That's for us very important. So that two main things for the next call will be certainly local support group with more means and more methodology on local action plan. We have a different of the question of the lead expert. We solve it, but we are able to solve this kind of thing. Just a word on this, and you succeeded in your way, so I can accept that, of course. What I know is that what we need from the lead expert is much more methodologic than content on the issue. What I can see in all the network is that the lead expert is very important. He is able to organize the work, and to organize the work at transnational level is not easy, because the culture of Malta is not the culture of Sweden. The way of working are different level of knowledge and so on, and the savoir-faire of the lead expert, the main savoir-faire is this one, more than knowing energy efficiency. He has to know energy efficiency, of course, but the main quality is this. Okay, but I don't. So that's the third thing in the improvement. So it is clear that the next call will be linked with the strategy 2020. On the thematic. But when I say that, I do say many things, because in Strategy 2020 there are many things. So, but it's clearly in the reprogramming, we are no longer in the Lisbon strategy, because the European Union has changed its strategy. Now the strategy is the Strategy 2020. Just have in mind that the Strategy 2020 has not been adopted by the Parliament. It's a decision of the Commission and the Member States, but there was no vote from the Parliament on Strategy 2020. I did not notice that, but that's one of the MP who told me that last week, saying we never voted that. So, okay, but this will be the main points of the call we organize in December. So we will launch a call for project in next December. The delay for application will be around mid-March, and the decision will be before the summer, in May or something like that, to start a new project. Second information on the call, we are able to finance 14 or 15 networks, no more. That's the end of the Urbact 2 program. So as a number, so it means approximately 150 cities or something like that able to apply. And as you know, one city cannot be in more than two networks at the same time. But you have finished your network, so you are free if you want to apply, except if you are in the call 2 already. Fourth point on the next call, we shall organize info days. Certainly not in all countries, but between 10 and 15 countries. What I'm going to propose to the next monitoring committee member states is to organize an info day divided in two parts at national level. First part will be the debriefing of what was the experience of the national cities in Urbact since I've been working in Urbact during all the morning. What lesson learned, what can be exchanged with the others. And the second part of the day will be the presentation of the terms of reference of the code to really very well explain what are the conditions, what we want, and so on and so on. So this is for the next call. One word of the next period, 2014-2020. So I told you how complex is the discussion now on urban issues. One thing is certain, there will be a Urbact 3. There is an agreement within the member states, with also the Commission. So there will be certainly a Urbact 3. The shape of the Urbact 3 will depend on what will be decided on the global European urban policy. So I cannot tell you it will be like this, and like this, and like that, because it will depend. For example, taking one of your questions, so shall we give in the next period in Urbact 3 money for investment, for some of the labs, or for some of the pilots? Or the choice would be to create a real link with the operational program. So there are two options, and these options are not depending on Urbact. They are depending on what will be decided on the urban policy. But there will be the necessity, the utility of such a program of exchange is recognized by now all the member states and the European Commission. Last point, because I told you for us the importance of what we have created with the local support group, we decided to organize a summer university for local support group partners in Krakow the last 3 days of August to exchange, to learn, practice, because it will be very interactive, and we will try to build labs with virtual local support group. I think it will be certainly quite fascinating event. I don't know, because I did not check if some people from repair are intending to come to Krakow, but I do invite you. That's quite an event. Really, that's a premiere, and I should advise you to come. So we don't make any outside publicity, because the idea is that the summer university is dedicated to people from local support group of Urbact. So, so you may have received you have received email through the lead partner, and people from the local support group have received email, but we have not put anything on the website. But really, I think of it and discuss of it tomorrow when you meet again. So thank you very much for what you have done. Once again, as you said already, you have been working for you first. It's quite important. But you were also working for the outside world, for the other cities which have military barracks or places to refurbish, to renew. And your conclusion, your experience are very important for them. That's why it's so important that you present a final report with your conclusion, and that your recommendations are based on evidence. And what is important in your recommendation is not to say you should do that because I think it's good, but you should do that, I tasted it, it works, and you should do it because I know it works, and you can come and see. And that's quite important. The role you have is quite important, so we will assist you to disseminate your conclusions, recommendation, but it's very important they appear not like wishful thinking, but clearly evidence-based recommendation. So thank you very much, and a special thank you for our Romanian friends who welcome so well when we come in Romania.